like a story of love. Can you hear me? Came back only yesterday. I'm moving farther away. Want you near me? All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you. Sometimes when I think of her name, when it's only a game, and I need you, listen to the words that you say. It's getting harder to stay. When I see you, all I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you. This is gonna take a long time, and I wonder what's mine. Can't take no more. Wonder if you'll understand. It's just the touch of your hand behind a closed door. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you.
And she
Take me back into the arms I love. Lead me like you did before. all the things that your heart needs to know. I'll be waiting for you here inside my heart. I'm the one who wants to love you more. Can't you see I can give you everything you need, baby? No one to love you
This is the premium. All right, Chad, how we all doing tonight? How's everybody doing? We got an absolute dog shit show tonight, no doubt, because I got nothing. I got no fucking show prep. I tried. I spent an hour plus trying to find some fucking decent clips we could go through. And I just couldn't. I dug through some James McDonald and some Mark Driscoll shit. I got desperate and thought maybe we could watch Bible Man and tried to find some fucking Bible Man shit we could watch. And I sat there for like I want to say 5 minutes. It felt like 500 years. Watching Bible Man starring Willie Hames. And I didn't have any commentary. Forney says he gave me show prep. Yes, Forney gave me an article about a gay priest. A priest is suing Grindr because he got outed and it cost him a promotion. And I tried to find videos on it, and most of the videos were like some gay guy whining about it or some fucking atheist, and all I could muster was like the Norm Macdonald classic line of, "This might sound harsh, but I want everyone involved in this to be dead." Sarah says you came along to realize that Bible Man was the perfect Kino all along. I had nothing to add. Let me put it that way. There's sometimes when something is so inept. It felt like I'd be commenting on someone's diary. It almost felt like this thing didn't even exist for anyone's sake except whatever madman wrote it. Like, so no, I couldn't come up with any commentary. I felt nothing on the gay priest. Like, whatever. The Catholic Church is for fags. We all know this. It's run by fags. Always has been, most likely. Certainly is now. That's why Catholics fall in line behind Nick Fuentes. They're used to following obvious closet cases. They don't even realize it. It's like a fish doesn't know he's wet because he's never experienced the air. I started my day today around 11:30 because I'm a night owl. Got up, brushed my teeth, got back in bed, and I'm fumbling around. I was either on Reels on Facebook or I was on Shorts on YouTube. I don't know. I was doom scrolling. I'm a little unhappy. Life's not going exactly how I'd like right now. A little depressed. Not your problem, but it is what it is. So I'm doom scrolling, and I come across this video. And some broccoli-haired faggot fucking Zoomer was like, "Did you catch this Easter egg in the Minecraft movie?" And it's like Jack Black is talking to a CG pig with a crown on its head. And they're like, "What's that?" And he goes, "A legend." And I'm like, what? And he goes, "This is the so-and-so YouTuber. He was a legendary Minecraft YouTuber." And this guy proceeds to spend, I believe it was 2 to 3 minutes, telling me the lore of this. However, I can only estimate because time dilated around me, and I believe I experienced roughly 10,000 years of what I could only assume is hell. Just despair. The void, I guess you would call it. As this faggot Zoomer was explaining this legendary Minecraft YouTuber, those words alone are enough to make you want to suck-shot a shotgun. But he's explaining the lore of this legendary Minecraft YouTuber. I'm sorry, I'm throwing up in my mouth a little bit saying that. And then time just began to fold in on itself, and I saw the abyss, and just endless cringe, endless futility. It was dark. I'm not gonna lie. And I sat there for, again, what might have only been a few minutes. It felt like an eternity. Having closed reels because I reached the bottom of the doom scrolling. I found the doom at the bottom of the doom scrolling. And I sat there. And I just thought, what's the point? What's the point? Like, dear God in heaven, what is the point? And then a certain lady friend that I've been chatting with, who I probably shouldn't be chatting with, she's bad news, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. She sent me a rather provocative photo, unprompted. And I was like, nice. Things ain't so bad. And that, my friends, is the duality of man, I guess. The best of times, the worst of times. That was how I started my day. All this, I believe, took place in the course of like 15 minutes. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Again, it feels like it was about 10,000 years, if I'm being honest with you. Chances B-Man is in another abusive relationship. Not quite. Not quite. But, so that was how I started my day. I plunged the deepest depths of pointlessness. A Minecraft YouTuber. Jesus Christ, Zoomers. It's just, this must be how Matt Walsh feels about anything fun. Because I'm like fucking Baby Billy in Right Ships. I was like, go outside, nerd. You pointless chime-ins. Whew. Eldritch fan says, I just watched Eggers' Nosferatu movie. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. Eggers has his own distinct style, and it works for his original stuff, but Nosferatu has its own style. I was sort of hoping Eggers would try and make it a silent black and white with a style of the original. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never liked Eggers' stuff that much. Like, I don't dislike it and all, but, like, the people that paint him as a genius, I've just never really gotten that. I've never felt that. Red Pill Renegade says, nothing will cure a man's depression like a woman sending you a pic of some TNA. Absolutely. This is why Zoomers are so fucked, by the way. And young millennials, I guess, are kind of in this boat. And I assume Gen Alpha, it's just as fucking bad, if not worse. But, like, speaking as a man, you know, you can stare into the abyss and make it through without wanting to put a gun in your mouth, as long as you're getting a titty in your mouth. It'll you know, like, that just makes everything okay. It does. It shouldn't, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't. Maybe we should be deeper creatures than that. But we're not. We're not. All right? Like, the legendary Minecraft YouTuber. And I'm like, I wanted to punch that person. I wanted to, apparently this legendary Minecraft YouTuber is dead. That's why the Minecraft movie was tributing them. And I don't know how they died. Again, I don't really remember a lot of what was said because it stopped being words and it just became like primordial grunts from the abyss itself. But I would assume this person one day woke up and realized they were a Minecraft YouTuber and the crushing weight of it was too much and they took their own life. I assume that's how it ended. If I had to guess, that'd be where I put my money, but I don't know. Maybe he died of cancer because he deserved to. I don't know. Apparently he died, though. And the Minecraft movie honored him by putting a crown on a pig that apparently has symbolism, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't want to know. I was told the whole life story of this faggot ass Minecraft YouTuber, and thankfully, my brain scrubbed it all away. Grubby says he died of cringe. He probably did. One day his dad came in and saw he was a Minecraft YouTuber, and the look of disappointment on his father's face was enough to make his head explode. DZD says, we're gross monkey men driven by our desires, spreading illness, physical and mental. That's why we need Christ. The Lord was merciful for us in his passing. You got to remember, look, we're not just animals. We're not. Hell, in a way, I don't think animals are just animals. But we're not just meat machines driven by instincts. But we are also kind of meat. Like, we're not just animals, but we are animals. Hitman says, I played Minecraft once, never understood the popularity. Look, man, I can understand, like, you like to build shit in it. I get. But, like, all the quote-unquote... About 5 years ago, man, it was right before the pandemic. My cousin was still kind of young. My one cousin. Not the one that passed, but another one. And I was over there kind of hanging out with him a little bit. You know, just trying to be a cool older cousin. I brought him, like, a birthday present and shit. And he's showing me, like, the Minecraft game he had, like, or maybe it was a DVD, I don't know, but it was like an animated Minecraft movie, I guess. Or it was just cutscenes strewn together. I couldn't really tell. But Patton Oswalt did a fucking voice in it. Of all fucking people. And I'm listening to it, and it's just gobbledygook. It's just absolute horseshit. And I mean, I'm a nerd, okay? I've soaked myself in some of the most ridiculous, far-fetched horseshit sci-fi and fantasy the human mind's ever concocted. I have a tolerance for fantastical fucking nonsense more than a lot of people my age. And I'm still like, what the fuck are any of these people talking about? So yeah, I've never understood the culture behind it. Like videos where, like, I guess it's first person perspective and people are just jumping along blocks in Minecraft and shit. And I'm like, what am I looking at? What is this faggot shit? But I don't know. The legendary Minecraft YouTuber, right? I was just like, that is the gayest shit I've ever heard in my life. I've heard some gay ass shit on the internet, all right? That took it. That was I was like, I want to die. I want to die listening to this. But then some lovely lady who's bad news and I shouldn't be talking to, but I am. I like bad news. She sent me a lovely picture, rather unprompted too, and I was like, fuck yeah. That's all right. See, Grubby, men should aspire to be more than Minecraft YouTubers, like being a Twitter engagement farmer or a fetish artist. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you too. I never even got the whole thing of Let's Plays. Like, I get like reviewing games. I like watching that. You know, I like watching somebody, you know, analyze and give me their thoughts on a fucking game. Sometimes it can just be, you know, dumb, angry video game. This nerd shit where it's like, this game is poopy diarrhea. Or sometimes somebody can be actually trying to analyze it more deeply than that. But that's actual criticism. That's trying to analyze the actual art of video games. Because, yes, I believe video games can be art. But just Let's Players, like, to me that seems like the ultimate in parasocial shit with YouTubers. Because it's like, you're just trying to replicate the experience of, like, hanging out with your buddy while they play a video game. You know? I think the only time I check out a Let's Play in the last several years is, like, if I'm at a retro game store and I see a game, you know, it's a licensed game, and I'm like, oh shit, there's Iron Man versus XO on the Game Boy. What's that like? And you just call it up on YouTube, and it's like, oh, it's like dog shit. Okay, it's only $6 though. I'll buy it. Whatever. Outage fan says, so John Del Rose is celebrating that game being pulled for allegedly simulating SA. Don't say SA. Just say rape, man. You get a wrench. You can say rape. Enough with, like, the sanitizing language. Okay? We don't unalive on this channel. We talk about death. Okay? I'm not monetized. I don't give a fuck. Rape, rape, rapey, rape, rape. We can say it. It's okay. You know? Rape, rape on the first fucking date. It's cool here. All right? We can say suicide. We can say death. All right? We don't play those modern fucking sanitized horseshit games here. You got a wrench, do it. That's right. End Towers in the chat. We don't play around over here, okay? Nigar. It's the nigga family. God, I love Dave Chappelle. Anyways. Yeah, John Del Rose is a faggot, and he should suck shot a shotgun, all right? Suck start a shotgun, I should say. He should seek Canadian health care. All right? Like, he is absolute garbage. And fuck this Puritan horse shit. Oh, we should censor. Fuck off. John Del Rose should censor his fucking himself. Should cut his own tongue out. That way he never says a naughty word again. Wolfland says, if you have default settings to your channel, none of us can. Oh, Rosie just said it. She just said rape. You could do it. It's fine. Go nuts. We're all about that here. We don't mind that shit here. You don't have to say SA. That's gay. I'm not even jumping on you. It's just I know the modern internet trains you to do that shit. But don't. We all got to just stop. All right? Like, stop playing along. All right? We brought retard back from the abyss, and now we can say retard again. And we need to bring faggot back. We need to bring rape back, suicide back. Eldritch Fan says, is Razorfist still in the anti-degeneracy train? I couldn't tell you, man. I'm not subscribed to his channel anymore. I don't watch his shit. My good buddy Andrew Banner is blocked up. My good buddy Andrew Banner is part of the 80% of Twitter that Razorfist is blocked. So I couldn't tell you. Wolfland says, if I give you a link, would you watch it? Sure. You just send it through streamlabs.com/thebacklove. I need money, man. I'm not in a good spot. I'm not trying to go DSP on motherfuckers, but I really had nothing to talk about tonight, and I'm still on here because I'm just hoping. I'm shaking my fucking can, hoping one of you throws me some fucking money. All right, not in a good spot. Grubby says Razor Fist is on his way to being my concubine. Well, that's all right, man. That's good for you, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, but okay. Yeah, I tried to find some show prep, man. Like, Forney sent me that article, and I'm just like, I got nothing to talk about on this. It was some priestess suing Grindr because he got outed. There you go. Like, instead of taking any personal responsibility, what the fuck do you expect from the whore of Babylon, though? I tried watching some quartering. I thought maybe we could get some laughs out of the quartering, and that was a mistake because the quartering is fucking boring. Like, no wonder Styx fucking fell asleep in the middle of one of those live streams. Like, watching him complain about his coffee company going bankrupt because he somehow fucked up a drop shipping business to the tune of $300,000 of debt, that's kind of funny. The rest of it, man, like, Snow White is bad. And like, I know, bro. Go woke, get broke. Get woke, go broke. Well, did you go woke then? Because you're broke. I mean, I'm broke. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty fucking broke right now. But I don't have $300,000 in debt. So I got that going for me. Hitman says, you're not going DSP. You're heading to TJ Kirk levels. The bananas are coming back off. There's no escape. I just, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think my asshole is loose enough to get a banana up there. Never tried. But I just feel like a banana isn't firm enough for that. I just don't feel like it gets the job done. I think it would just make a mess. I'm being honest with you. Maybe a frozen banana, but then it's frozen. Feels like that would hurt. You know, give you frostbite. You don't want that on the O-ring, you know? A green banana, maybe, but probably not, even then. Let's see. Red Pill Renegade says, Razorfist going down the anti-degeneracy route is so oxymoronic considering the kind of music he listens to. It is pretty funny. Like, he bases his entire personality on a genre of music that these church ladies he's cozying up to would have snuffed out in its infancy. What's your opinion on Savage Avengers? I was reading that when it first came out. It was pretty good. I mean, you know, you gotta love a fucking team that's got Punisher and Venom and Conan on it. That's fucking rad. I love that issue where Conan and fucking Dr. Doom were just having fucking dinner together in Doom's castle. Just hanging out, being bros. It was fucking rad. Chat saying I should watch Wing Feather. I don't know, man. I don't know what that is. So, let's see. Elder Train says, so I wanted to watch the Star Trek TOS episode Plato's Stepchildren again. I bought it on Amazon, but the platform must have taken it down. I paid for the thing and it disappeared. I know, it's almost like digital content. It's horseshit. If you want to watch Star Trek right now, I believe it's all on Amazon Prime. Or not Paramount Plus. All the Trek is on Paramount Plus right now. Shatner said all the TOS episodes were taken down, censored, and put back up. Oh my gosh, it's almost like you should have had fucking DVDs of it. And before anyone chimes in with the pirate memes, everyone that's pirating shit is usually just pirating shit off the fucking streaming services. So you're usually getting the censored shit too. Chad says, I like how the success of Ultimate Spider-Man comics reminded fans how terrible 616 Spider-Man has been since One More Day. It's been bad, man. Eldritch fan says, have they censored on Paramount Plus? I don't know, to be honest. I haven't watched any TOS on Paramount Plus yet since I've gotten Paramount Plus. I haven't watched TOS in a while, to be honest. I was never a big TOS guy. I mean, when I was a kid, TNG was on, and I'd watch like episodes of TOS. Like my local station would air TOS episodes right alongside TNG episodes, like reruns of TOS. And I mean, I liked Star Trek, so I liked it, but it was. And it wasn't even like the effects or anything like that. It was just TOS is rough, if I'm being honest. TOS has some high highs, don't get me wrong. But like, was the thing they said in Futurama 70 episodes, about 30 good ones? Like, that really is what, like, TOS basically has the same batting average as Voyager. Just like occasionally, like sometimes it's brilliant, and sometimes it's utter dog shit. And Voyager was that way. Some Voyager episodes are utter fucking brilliant. And some are just utter trash. And all sorts of levels in between. Like, TOS is rough at points, man. Like, everyone remembers the mirrors in the City on the Edge of Forevers and shit like that. But then it's like other episodes, it's like Spock smells a flower and turns into a hippie or something. Like, TOS can be fucking rough, man. Plato's Stepchildren is pretty good. You ever watch it? I don't remember which one that is off the top of my head. Again, it's been quite a while since I've watched TOS. The last time I went through and just watched TOS in its entirety, good God, I mean, I want to say like 08 or 09. Forney said he was watching House on a pirate site and it still had the original Fox viewer discretion advised bumpers. I don't have any more. I lost it, but lost it in a move. But I had a pirate DVD set of the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. Because I don't know that that's even to this day ever gotten a proper DVD release. Like, few episodes, but not the whole show. And it had all like the Fox Kids bumpers, and then some of it was like Fox Family or Disney XD or something bumpers. But yeah, TOS can be rough, man. Again, I contend TOS has probably even a worse batting average than Voyager. If you ratio like the good to bad episodes, TOS probably has the worst batting average of basically all the Star Trek shows. I mean, except I guess for like some of the modern abysmal, doesn't even fucking count shit like Discovery and stuff. Forney says, TOS is unwatchable, to be honest. The movies with TOS cast are good. Some of them, anyways, motion pictures, boring. Final Frontier is awful. The TOS movies are pretty damn good. 2 is great. 3 is pretty damn good. 3 is aging like fine wine to me. 4 is good, but mostly just for the laughs. 5 has some good ideas, but damn, the execution sucks. I lean towards 6 being the best one anymore. I used to say 2. I used to go with Wrath of Khan, the old standby, but Undiscovered Country is aging like fine wine. I gotta tell you, every time I watch Undiscovered Country, I like it more. Star Trek The Motion Picture is abysmal. I'd rather watch 5. At least shit happens in 5. TOS has some real gems, though. It's just, I mean, for one thing, it's a fucking 60-plus-year-old show at this point. And not even a particularly high-budget one. But it has some gems, man. Wolflame says, I need to watch the movies. They're all I have left to watch. Too bad the show's ended with Enterprise and they were going to get more serious. Look, man, I'm gonna stick up for Lower Decks. I mean, look, Lower Decks is primarily a comedy, but it's very clearly, unlike the rest of the Kurtzman Treks, made by people that actually like Trek. And it's worth a watch. If you like classic Trek, if you like TNG, Voyager, DS9, you'll probably get a kick out of Lower Decks. Now, that said, though, I will not stick up for Discovery, obviously. Discovery's trash. In fact, Lower Decks kind of throws Discovery out of canon. It literally... Lower Decks strongly implies in the last season that Discovery takes place in another universe. Which that alone I'll thank it for. Picard is trash. I know people say it got good towards the end. It didn't. It just got member berries towards the end. And people were desperate for something, anything. Strange New Worlds, people stick up for. It's trash. I'm sorry to tell you, it's trash. Like, I know Lower Decks has a hideous fucking art style that you just, like, associate with terrible modern adult animation, but, like, it's good. If you give it a shot, it's good. It's not great. It won't stick with you like the other ones do, but it's worth a watch. Forney says Star Trek is like Star Wars, and it got better the further it got from the creator. Dark Horse Comics put out a Star Wars comic right before they lost the license to Marvel, right as Disney was buying it, called The Star Wars. And it was based directly on George Lucas's original fucking screenplay for the first Star Wars. And if you're a Star Wars guy, it's worth a watch because it'll tell you just how hideously bad of a writer George Lucas is. Let's see. The chat says Lower Decks at least got an Orion woman as a main character. Yeah, I like Tindy, the Orion woman in it. She's probably the best character in the show, to be honest. Red Pill Renegade Star Trek Enterprise is ridiculously underrated. It's definitely worth watching, despite violating the theme of moving forward. The Trek is infamous. Yeah, that's been my main criticism. Look, I finally watched Enterprise a couple years ago, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is good. But there was something really flawed about doing a prequel in Trek to begin with. Especially when it's the only show, when you're not doing, like, you know, DS9 came to an end, Voyager came to an end. It's like, okay, what's next? Well, nothing is next. We're just going to do pre-TOS stuff. Well, okay, fine, but what's next? I want to know what's next. Star Trek's all about looking forward, not navel-gazing into the fucking past. Star Trek respects its past, and it builds on its past. It always has. But that's not what it was about. It was about moving forward. That's the essence. That's the DNA. That's the very core of this fucking franchise. A prequel is kind of fucking flawed from its inception. That said, though, Enterprise is worth a watch. But it did set a bad precedent, because what did we get after Enterprise? Well, shit, no more moving forward. I guess we'll just reboot TOS, and everybody's going to be an annoying 20-something-year-old, and there's going to be a J.J. Abrams light shining in your face all the time. Eldridge fan says, remember the one where a woman body swaps with Kirk so she can get the respect and position she isn't qualified for and doesn't deserve? And she throws a fit whenever someone doesn't accept her. Yes, I remember that. I do remember the Chicks Can't Be Captains episode of TOS. Based. I get base department. Huh. Okay, well. Somebody decided to send me another picture while I'm fucking trying to stream. That's a little distracting. Let's see. Matt Forney says, my understanding of the Star Trek reboot was so they could basically have their cake and eat it too with regards to the plot. I don't know what they were doing, man. That's when I checked out, man. Like I said, I gave Lower Decks a shot. It was the only one of it was like the last one of the Kirkman Star Trek shows, like the current Paramount Plus Star Trek shows that I didn't at least try. It was the one I had the least amount of hope for, and it turned out to be the only watchable one. Outside of that, man, I don't. Basically, since 2009 with J.J. Abrams, I've been like, nah. IDW does good Star Trek comics, though. So there's that. I mean, they do better stuff with the franchise than Paramount does, so. Eldridge fan says, if they ever let me reboot Star Wars, rule number 1, no Jedi women. Well, then you can't have that redhead chick that from the Shadows of the Empire novels. Matt Forney says, since the whiny villain of that movie creates a parallel universe or something, the events of prior Star Treks aren't wiped out, so they could start out. Yeah, oh yeah, it was its own universe. And I mean, look, I'm a comic geek. I'm no stranger to a multiverse, and I have no problem with that. I actually rather like it. It's just I didn't like the J.J. Abrams story. Like, I just didn't like it. You know, the second one actually really shows, it really solidified what I wasn't enjoying in the first one. And it's like nothing is earned. Like, why is Kirk the captain in the reboot universe? He just is, because he's just Kirk. Fuck you. He's just supposed to be the captain. Like, he's like fucking 20, and he's like, I'm the captain, because fuck you, I'm supposed to be the captain. And in, like, you know, they try and ape Wrath of Khan with the sacrificial death and shit in the second one. And it's like, but who cares? I don't, like, these characters don't have literal decades of history like they did in Wrath of Khan. Okay? Like, Kirk crying over Spock in Wrath of Khan is because that's his fucking brother, basically. Like, he's known this man most of his life. He's literally fought gods with this man. He's stood at the edge of existence. He's traveled through time and to other universes with this man. And he watches him die to save the ship, and that's a big fucking moment. But it's like in the second reboot movie, it's like these motherfuckers have known each other for like a year, and I've yet to see any indication they even like each other. Eldridge fan says, I said women Jedi, as in plural, can have one. Oh, so it's like the no homers rule. We're allowed to have one. All right. Forney says, William Shatner looked better in The Wrath of Khan at age 50 than the twink playing Kirk did in the reboot, despite being half Shatner's age. You know, there's one moment in Wrath of Khan that always sticks out to me. And I wonder if it was even in the script or if Nimoy ad-libbed it or something. But, like, you know, Kirk comes down there and Nimoy's in the fucking chamber. He fixed the warp drive and he's dying of, like, fantastical dilithium radiation or whatever. And Kirk is banging on the fucking plexiglass, like, which somehow blocks radiation. I don't know. I guess it's lead line. I don't fucking, who knows? It's gobbledygook line. Who cares? Not the point. He's banging on there like, Spock. So Spock's like just curled up in the corner, just fucking dying. Just and he very painfully gets to his feet, and there's a moment where he forces himself to stand up straight, and he tugs on his uniform to straighten his uniform, and it's like that right there. That is Spock right there. Let's see. Matt Forney says, I find Rathacon a bit dramatic, or a bit annoying for that reason. Too many dramatic lines. I don't know, man. I love Rathacon. That said, though, I do lean towards these days Undiscovered Country being better. Like Star Trek 6 is really fucking good. Chet says Star Trek needed better villains. I mean, look, man, they got the Borg. You can't. The Borg fucking rule. The Borg are the only scary communist villains. You ever wonder why there's more Nazi villains than communists in Hollywood writing? Well, part of it is because of the reason you know. But the other part of it is because communists are pathetic. It's hard to write really. Like, Nazis are cool, and they got them cool uniforms, and they're badass, and they're trying to be Ubermensch. Like, commies are fucking losers. The only truly scary commie villains are the Borg. And the Borg are also great because they're basically a dark reflection of the Federation. The Federation, oh, we're gonna absorb everybody into us. You'll be part of us. And often we'll just fucking erase your culture and stick you in a Star Trek uniform. Like, that is kind of the dark side of the fucking Federation, taken to horrifying extremes. Eldritch fan says, an explosion is going to destroy the galaxy unless we use red matter. Also, Star Trek's supposed to have better science. Star Trek often has better science, but let's be real, not all the time. The thing about Star Trek writers is they occasionally had people that did a whole lot of research on shit. And sometimes people just wrote up fucking gobbledygook. Eldritch Finn says, I thought the Dominion was a dark reflection of the Federation. That too. That's part of why the Dominion worked. Well, see, the Dominion, the whole Dominion War was the writers basically doing what they originally wanted to do with the Borg. But they couldn't in TNG because everything had to be like a 1 or 2-parter. And they weren't allowed to have overarching fucking story arcs across the whole season at that point. The other thing I'll criticize about the Borg is it makes absolutely no sense for Picard to be captain after that, those fucking shenanigans. Like, not at all. For a number of reasons. So, like, okay, we've unassimilated Picard. There's no reason to assume this isn't a security risk, okay? Like, we don't know that you're totally out of their control. And in fact, in, like, later TNG movies, they establish he has a psychic connection to him. So, obviously, people were right to be worried. Picard should have been down in fucking Starfleet headquarters being studied for like a year. Like, okay, we unassimilated somebody. We need to understand how to do that more, because maybe that's a weapon we can use. Picard, we need to debrief you on everything you fucking know from this. Like, we need to have Vulcans come in and mind meld all this information out of you. Then we need to be sure that you're not a security threat anymore. And how can we really, like, how do we even begin to do that? And then after all that, we can't stick you in a captain chair anymore because you just went through the most traumatic thing arguably anybody's ever fucking gone through. Like, no prisoner of war has you fucking beat in what happened to you. So we need to make sure you're not going to have a flashback and shit your pants in the next negotiation you're in or something. So, like, you're not going in a chair again. Like, when you're done being debriefed and studied, I guess you could be a fucking professor at Starfleet Academy, but, like, you're not in a ship anymore. Like, no. Absolutely not. Hitman says DS9 is best Trek. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Once Worf comes in, DS9 comes into its own. Like, that's when all the Dominion War shit, like, DS9 really, like, stumbles around and doesn't know what to do with itself the first 2 seasons. It's not bad. It's not like TNG season 1 bad, or it's just terrible. It just doesn't really know what the fuck it's doing. It's just kind of spinning its wheels. Then the Dominion War shit kicks in, and then we get to peak fucking Trek. That said, though, you know what? I kind of lean towards the fucking Orville being peak Trek anymore. By the time the Orville was in its last season, it basically was doing better what Trek had ever done. Like, anybody that loves fucking Trek, I always tell them, go watch the fucking Orville if you haven't. And look, the Orville took time to find its footing. It starts off leaning way too much into the comedy, and you could tell the network was forcing Seth MacFarlane to do that. But by the end of season 1, it's found its footing, and it ends fucking strong. I'm so glad he got that last season on Hulu. Hitman says Picard was traumatized by the Borg and the Cardassians. Homeboy's brain got our train run it via war crimes. Yeah, there's no way we just let you be captain after. Like, there's no way. No. Like, even at the end when he's like in his ready room, he's assumed command now. He's still got bandages all over his face from all the fucking shit they ripped out of him, and he's just shaking, his hands shaking with the teacup. And I'm like, why did Riker even relinquish command to him? Like, number one, I'll be assuming command. And I was like, I don't think so, bro. You're confined to quarters. You're going back to Earth. There's a lot of things need done, bud. I'm very happy you're alive. I'm very happy I don't have to have a funeral for you. We're thrilled to have you back, man. Couldn't be more thrilled. You're not getting in that chair again. I'm sorry to fucking tell you. Like, that's terrible. I'm sorry that they did this to you. But Chet says, is the Orville over? I never got around to watching a single episode. It basically is. It never got an official cancellation. So what happened with the Orville, it was originally on Fox. Then right around when Disney bought Fox, because Disney and Seth MacFarlane had bad blood. So Disney was ready to cancel that shit. He had to fight tooth and nail to get the final season on Hulu. Now, thankfully, when it was on Hulu, he could make the run times on episodes whatever the fuck he wanted. And I think he got a bit of a higher budget, to be honest. Or at least he was better at using the money. They knew what they were doing a little bit more. But if you ever liked Star Trek, I strongly suggest the Orville. And again, I will reiterate, like a lot of shows, it takes its time to find its footing. Do not watch 2 episodes at the beginning and judge that show based on that. Like, honest to God, if you like Star Trek, give that show an honest shot. It really finds its footing pretty solidly by the end of season 1. And by the time that thing is done, it's peak Trek. Like, absolutely. Like, I don't even want to spoil shit for you. If you're going in blind, go in blind. It's also basically the last performance of Norm Macdonald, as he played the blob alien Yaphet. But yeah, dude, give anybody that has a soft spot for Trek owes it to themselves to watch the Orville. The Orville is a good example of why a lot of people now talk about, oh, IP is terrible and you should just be able to steal people's ideas and I should be able to make my own fucking Invincible comics and whatever. But I think part of what makes IP great like that is because people have to create new things that, like, Seth MacFarlane wanted to make a Star Trek show and they weren't interested in letting him do that. They decided instead they were going to just make the worst fucking dog shit imaginable. So he made his own Star Trek show with blackjack and hookers. And it ultimately ends up eclipsing the thing it's spiritually is the thing it's a spiritual successor to. Like, oh, I want to make such and such. Well, then make something that's like it. You know, be inspired by that thing and make your own thing. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up because I didn't really have much to talk about when I got here. Now, I'm not getting any super chats, and I am a whore. I am a whore, and I am not getting any super chats. Well, folks, if you enjoy the content I put out, and I don't know why you would because it sucks, but if you do, you hit that streamlabs.com/thebecloth. Send a super chat while I'm not live, and I'll see it when I am live. PayPal.me/thebecloth. And so I'll put a link to the Amazon wishlist down below if you want to buy me some dumb shit that I like. But to be honest, I prefer the money. Eldritch fan, sorry, but you would know my secret identity. I would not. First of all, it doesn't matter because I don't keep track of shit because I'm retarded. I can't keep track of the shit in my own life, let alone am I doing some Christopher Cantwell enemies list of everyone who fucking sent me a super chat. You know, oh, you called me a retard, so now I'm going to dox your grandma. That said, though, if you go to my Amazon wish list, I will not know who the fuck sent it to me. You can put any name on there. I'll have no way of fucking knowing. So, just throwing that out there. That's about it for tonight, folks. Beckloff out.